This weekend, my bride and I are visiting McCormick Creek State Park, and we are about 15 miles west of Bloomington and about 2 miles out of Spencer, Indiana, on Highway 46. In fact, there's a sign right over there that says Bloomington, Spencer. So we're spending the weekend at McCormick Creek, and we are doing trail hiking and who knows what else. But I know this much: we don't have children with us. Well, that's about it. We don't have children with us. Now, we love our kids. They're back home taking care of the house. Our girls are old enough to take care of the house, so they're back home taking care of the house, and they have to work and we don't. So we're spending the weekend hanging out at McCormick Creek and seeing what we can find here to do. So we anticipate some trail hiking. And what else are we gonna do?
Relaxing.
Eat some junk food.
There you go.
That's probably about it. So
sit around a fire.
Sit around a fire. So McCormick Creek, that's where we're at. So here's our scoop. We have been working our rear ends off through the month of July. My school teacher wife, who should have got the summer off, didn't. She decided that she would work for our local probation department all summer long. And the month of July for me was nothing but overtime, Saturdays. So we have not had much of an opportunity to do anything. No metal detecting hardly. The last time I went, I backed my Hummer up into a post and messed up the bumper, and then I did a couple alterations to the Jeep, but it's been kind of tough to get any kind of content. Well, this weekend we decided to come to yet another Indiana state park in southern Indiana called McCormick Creek. It is the very first state park that was established in the state of Indiana, and we're going to do some investigating down here this weekend. We took a couple days off work, so it's going to be fun. The kids stayed home and we're out and about. So it's just the two of us. We're going to hit some trails. I don't know, just see what's in southern Indiana. And we'll probably take you along with us. So we decided to, for the first time, get the Jeep adventure wagon out. We got to go on a long drive to southern Indiana with the top off. And we got our little goofy trailer all set up. So we are going to get out our tent and start setting up. And we're pretty excited. We're kind of sandwiched between a couple campers, but that's okay. The cool part is right there's the bathroom.
That's right.
So we don't have far to go.
It's perfect.
So that is what we are preparing for this weekend. We're pretty stoked, right. And apologize that we haven't had any really good content on our channel for the last few weeks, but it is what it is. A lot of working, and it's been really hot too in Indiana. Temperatures in the 90s, heat indexes well up over 100. And for the first time in about 3 weeks, it's nice. It's really nice this weekend. It's only about 80, 81 degrees, so it's going to be a beautiful few days, and we're going to enjoy it out camping. Going to get out our Kodiak canvas tent, which I did a video on. Check that out if you're curious about tent camping, and hope to do some interesting things in our little Jeep this weekend. So that's our plan. We're going to video what we can and upload it and show you guys how we spent our weekend in southern Indiana doing some camping. Yeah. Got our little campsite set up. Got the tent set up. Got the Jeeper covered. It's starting to get dark. We're going to go for a little walk and come back and build a fire. So pretty good little spot. Got good neighbors. Talk to them. This time we did not put the surround on the awning. We just left it open. And we're set and ready. So as soon as my lovely bride gets her pants hiked up, we'll go on a little walk around the campground. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So we are at McCormick Creek in the southern half of Indiana. We're probably an hour and a half the southwest of Indianapolis. Beautiful park. Camped last night. Nice campground. Campsites aren't real big because they get a lot of them in there, but still, it was good. And we're up early this morning going on a 2-mile trail called Wolf Cave. I'm going to assume that somewhere back here is a cave. So we're going to go find it. And right now, the trail is very easy. The little map said that it was moderate. So I don't know what that means. If this is moderate, we got it made. But a beautiful morning here in Indiana. This is a really big state park and really nice. Lots of trees, lots of trails. Some of the state parks are full of lakes and things like that for fishing and camping. This one isn't. It's more of a trails and nature preserve. There's a couple different nature preserves right next to this park, or including this park. But there's also horseback riding and things like that here. So it's just a different kind of park. No lakes, no fishing, nothing like that. More about the trails and the nature. So we're gonna meander down this trail and find out when it becomes moderate and find Wolf Cave. And when we find it, we will show you. Sound like a deal?
Yes.
Good deal to me. We'll see you there. So this is kind of cool. You can see all the slates of limestone. So we're just on a dried creek bed down at the bottom of a ravine. I bet this isn't very dry in the spring. Very pretty down here though. We're down, it's early, it's probably 9:30 in the morning. And the sun hasn't quite hit the bottom yet. You see it in the treetops. Very pretty. Can hear all the critters making noise, which is not the noise that I'm accustomed to. Usually it's the noise of cars and trucks and people and sirens and radios. And I kind of like this noise. So we have found Wolf Cave. And it appears to be one that you would have to be very short or be willing to crawl on your belly. And there's a sign up there that says, "Help us save Wolf Cave and Twin Bridges. Please stay on the marked trail around the cave or feel free to crawl through. But please do not climb up the sides or over the top." The chances of me crawling into Wolf Cave are relatively slim.
No, you slacker.
Not because I don't think I can't, but mostly because I just don't want to. I might go in a little ways though. It'll be too dark for the camera and I don't have a flashlight with me. So that is Wolf Cave. We're going to go in a little ways, but it's going to get... I can't imagine that the camera is going to see anything. So for this short period of blackout, which you are probably seeing, We could enjoy the melodies of the 50s, or I could sing big hair band songs of the 80s. My wife is adventuring on with her cell phone. She got a new one, and there's no water, so I think we're safe. If you see water, return immediately.
Okay, there's no water. It doesn't actually seem to go very far, though.
Well, it probably does.
It may, but it's really tiny back there.
Well, that's too bad, because you and I are not really tiny. You know, they call it Wolf Cave for a reason.
Why, there's wolves in it?
There might be a wolf in here.
I don't think so.
Well, at least you're confident. Well, now she's sitting on her backside. We may never get her back. What do you see, my little spelunker?
It's not going very far, but I mean, where I was very far, but I go back there.
Yeah.
But not down here.
No, I'm not going.
You're not coming?
Nope,
Why?
because I do not.
It's cool.
I do not want to.
There's a hole with stuff in it.
All right, so I'm going to drag her out of Wolf Cave, and we'll see what's on the outside. I think we may have found another portion of Wolf Cave. We kind of came around the bend, and we discovered this. And there were stairs to come down here, so I assume they're okay with us coming down here. Oh, this is the Twin Bridges. That's what they were referring to. But I only see one. Oh my. Somebody has a easel right there. Where did they go? Hey, come here. So there is an easel and a bottle of water, but no person. So what I have discovered, I believe that's one of the twin bridges that they were talking about.
Oh.
But there's an easel right there and a bottle of water and some sort of a bag, but no person. I find that to be strange.
Yeah, what happened to the person?
I do not know. Maybe they finished their painting and it was so remarkable they took off running and forgot their equipment.
We can go back there, can't we? When they said the Twin Bridges, they just meant that up there, didn't they?
I don't know what you mean by what they meant.
Because there's like a sign on the site that says they don't want you up high.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because they don't want you messing with the floor bed.
Oh.
But that's rock.
Yeah.
Do you want to crawl in there?
Yeah, here, well, I'm going to shut this off because we got to get, like, through this tree thing. Oh, we can go under it right there. So you can come with us. How exciting. Area beyond sign closed, forest restoration underway. I would think a forest restoration would be relatively simple. Basically, you do nothing and you just leave it alone.
Which means people shouldn't be on it, though.
I understand that.
No of us.
But little to no effort on the human side. You be careful.
I'm fine. I just stepped on it.
Someone's paintings. Oh, right there. That's super cool. Good morning. How are you? I'm very well. I got very nervous when I saw your easel and didn't see you. I thought, oh no, where did that person go?
I'm just waiting for the sun to come up there and
I hope we're not interrupting you.
Oh, not at all.
Can we step back there without disrupting you?
Yeah. Flashlight to get through the cave?
No, I don't think we're going that far.
You have to.
So is this the other end of Wolf Cave? So this is where it ends up then. If you go, oh, okay.
It takes about 4 minutes to walk through.
Really? But it's very short, right?
Yeah, I mean it's tight,
Yeah.
but I've got a headlamp if you want.
No, I'm not necessarily claustrophobic, but I don't necessarily want to be all bent over. So we went into the mouth of Wolf Cave earlier, and this apparently is the other end. Look at those rocks. They're kind of feathered to the side. That's pretty cool. Now, this is when it gets dark again, I'm afraid. Oh my. Yeah. If you saw the size of this hole you have to come through, you would not want to do it either.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No. Be careful. Very pretty. This is super cool. See the hole?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, turn the light on. So that's where you come out. Now for Aqua Chigger, piece of cake. For Jason and April, not a chance.
Oh goodness. It's pretty cool though.
I think it's kind of cool looking out of the hole into the trees with the sun. Very pretty. Okay.
No one can call us right now. God, no, so it is.
Take your time here. Alright, I'm going to help my bride get out of this mess. We made it out. That was very pretty. That was cool. And we visited with a lady who does art. She paints. And she was tucked back in the kind of the hole near the mouth of the cave, just patiently waiting on the sun to get in just the right spot for her. What a job that would be. What are you doing? I'm waiting for the sun.
Waiting for God to bring the light just to the right spot.
In nature, listening to all the critters make noise. Just simply waiting on the sun. So that was cool. McCormick Creek State Park. We're in the south central on the west side of Indiana. Super cool place.
I don't know if there was not.
And the trail continues. So we're going to go see what else we can find.
Twin bridges.
Yeah, those were the twin bridges that we just looked at. Super cool. Let's keep going. That's weird. I think what that is nature's original outhouse.
That's what I was thinking.
Tuck in there and...
I was just amazed at how tall it is, but it's still standing with this.
Just sit in there and do your business. No?
No.
Alright. Well, we finished Trail 5, which is Wolf Cave Trail. 2 miles. Moderate is what they labeled it as. Really pretty.
Yes.
So the cave was super cool. The twin bridges was really neat. I don't know, it's a good trail. They mark it very well. One thing that I have found about McCormick Creek State Recreational Area is their trail markers are very nice, very noticeable. Their bridges are very nice and sturdy. I've been to some of the state parks where it seems like the bridges and some of the construction that they've got along the way, the steps and stuff, they're very deteriorated, which is to be expected. But on this trail, a 2-mile trail, it was very nice.
Yes.
The walking surface was very nice. So yeah, it's a super cool trail at a really neat park. So we encourage you, if you ever end up in the southern half of Indiana on the west side, to visit McCormick Creek. Very nice state park.
Yes.
So I think now we're going to hop in the Jeep and go find something else to do. If it's worth doing, then we'll bring you guys along as we kind of do an overview of McCormick Creek and log our adventures. So here we go. Some of the camping people are leaving, which means that our campsite might be quieter tonight. And there's the sign that says the end of the trail.
Woohoo!
Now I just need to find my vehicle, which I think is over there.
We made it.
Okay, we'll keep you in the loop if we do something else that's worth doing. So today, we're still at McCormick Creek. Today we're going to...
Old State House Quarry.
we're going on a trail.
Number 2.
And we're going to... We were here camping. Now we're here standing. And we're going to here. Old Quarry. And what is it?
It's a house. Is there an old house? An old state house?
Number 10.
2.
2.
The Old State House Quarry.
Homies Grove Preserve ends between Family Cabins 10, 12, 12, 2. Old State House Quarry. That's where we're going. Alright, you guys want to go with us? I knew you would. Alright, so where the heck do we start? Trail 2 begins over yonder, and that's where we need to go. What the heck is this thing?
I don't know, but I'm sure we can find out.
I wonder if they serve breakfast.
I don't know. No.
I want that to be my house. Out in the woods. This monument's place here for who worked on the development of the state parks. Read it yourself. Push pause. The Civilian Conservation Corps at McCormick Creek. Hey, a fire tower. Wonder if they'd let me climb it.
I don't know, but you can get to that on number...
What's inside? There appears to be a bunch of tables inside. Alright, let's go down this trail, see what we can find. And y'all can sit back, relax, and we'll meet you when we get there. So we were walking, and this thing we're looking for, it says it's the State House. I understand it's not the State House, but it's something. It's something. I don't know what it is. We were expecting to see some kind of a, I don't know, structure, and what we found were ruins of some sort. So we found this little hole in the ground with water in it, and all these big square rocks, boulders, sandstone, limestone, whatever they are, sandstone. So this appears to have been something, and I just don't know what. So I don't know how to describe it or tell you what it is. So what's on this side? Appears to be water. It's very pretty. So my bride is down the trail a bit because we walked by and thought, well, this isn't it. But now I'm thinking that it indeed is what we were looking for. So I may do a little more research to figure out what the heck this thing's all about and what used to be here. I don't know if this used to be some sort of a big building that was using the creek for something or what. I don't know. Oh, I heard Jeremiah. He's the bullfrog. And there are a lot of mosquitoes down here, and I think all of them are being birthed right there. My bride said she got bit by a mosquito right on her eyebrow. I have not been bit yet. See, there's some more big... Oh, there he was again. He's yelling at me. Some more big boulderish type rocks. But they're square, so it appears that they were part of the building or something, a building of some sort, or some sort of structure, along with these, that looks like it got toppled over. So, we are going to find something else to look at. That was not near as exciting as we had hoped. Still pretty down here. It does not take anything away from the trail or the walk or my bride, but it wasn't quite what we thought it was. So we are going to get on a different trail and go find something else. And as soon as we do, we'll fill you in. Sound fair? I thought so. We're gonna go find a waterfall. I think trail number 2 about wiped my lovely bride out. Going down the hills is pretty easy. Coming back up them, kind of a struggle. But we made it. So where we're going now, there's a waterfall down here. And you can follow a trail and get to it. But they have the old people trail that just takes you right to the waterfall. And you can look at it. So that's what we're doing. Last time we were here, you can actually get down in the water. And there were kids playing down in the water and under the falls. But seeing how it's 10 o'clock on a Monday morning, I don't anticipate that there's a lot of people down here. So we might get a pretty good look at the falls without A bunch of little kids climbing and screaming and yelling, playing in it, which I don't mind. I'd rather kids be out here playing in this than sitting in front of a TV with an Xbox. But nonetheless, we want to see the falls without the debris of people, which I could be wrong because I can currently hear kids screaming. So everything I just said might be a false statement. So we can go on Trail 3, which we're not going to do, or we can go to the falls, which is what we are going to do. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on here that's probably very educational and worth reading. So hit pause. Harder layer of rock, blah, 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 water falling over a big hill. That's what a waterfall is. You hear the young person down there screaming? I do.
Aww.
Uh-oh, now there's a young person crying.
That's not good.
It doesn't sound like an injury cry.
I'm mad.
Just I'm ticked off because nobody's paying attention to me cry. You can't see, but through the trees I can see little pink shoes. And it appears to be a little girl yelling at her mommy. That's fun. We had little girls once. Now they're big girls and they just yell at us and say, "Give me more money." No, they don't. They're good kids. All right, we'll meet you at the falls. So we made it to the bottom where the falls is at. Now we have an option. We can try to climb these rocks and make it over there, or not. And it's not real warm this morning. Well, it's warm, but it's not hot, hot warm. And there's kids down there playing underneath that water. I bet it's cold. And there's the little girl who was struggling getting over the rocks. So her brother went back to save her. All right, Mama, what are we gonna do here?
Let's try.
Oh, geez. So I need all of you to get 911 on your speed dial and be ready, because this could get ugly.
If anyone's going to fall, it's going to be me.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
There's a fence up there along that ridge. Wonder what's on the other side.
It's a trail.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's Trail 3, I believe.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Trail 3.
Yeah.
All right, let's consider our path here. Where are we going to go? That way?
Well, yeah, we eventually will be that way. You are correct. I don't know. It looks like it's drier on that side, but I could be wrong. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. So we are going to go over there. At least make the attempt. Let's see what happens here. And there's the falls. I do not know. Because once we get over there, we have to make that. If we get over there... See, if we cared about getting our feet wet, this would be a breeze. But I don't want to get my feet wet, not this early in the morning.
Is that not as steep right there?
I don't know. Let's find out. Very pretty little falls. So that's the little falls. It's very pretty and you can get right up to it. But you can see the layers of the stone that make up what Indiana is. And just how over the years it's cut away and made these pretty waterfalls. And then we're actually underneath kind of an overhang now. And the water from above is dripping down. It's very pretty. For right now, it's very quiet. The little girl who was struggling with the rocks made it. We gave her a big high five and congratulated her. She was just having trouble because her brother was faster than her. So, yeah, so very pretty. Waterfalls at McCormick Creek. Let's see what else we can find.
Okay.
We're gonna go find something else. Well, we're packed up and ready to go home. We had a good visit at McCormick Creek. Got to go on some really cool trails. Got to visit some other area things we're seeing. I'll have, I don't know, at least 3 different videos, but this one's to kind of evaluate and go over McCormick Creek State Park in southwestern Indiana, and we give it a big thumbs up. It was nice. The facilities were nice. The campsites weren't real big, so they're big enough for campers, but they're not big enough for a lot of extra recreational things on your site. But McCormick Creek does provide a lot of places where you can go set up cornhole or, you know, go play basketball or tennis and things like that. So if I was to give McCormick Creek kind of a moderate rating, it would be based on their campsite sizes. There's enough room, but just enough. And if you come with 2 or 3 kids in some of these sites, there's just not a lot of room. A lot of woods. You're surrounded by woods. Each campsite's pretty much secluded. So it's really nice. It's a nice place to come. Great place to visit. We're just west of Bloomington, Indiana, about 15 miles, and about 2 miles out of Spencer, Indiana. But great. We got to meet the camp host and just super friendly people. The bathrooms and things, though they weren't huge, they were clean, and they worked, so everything that was supposed to function did. They kept them stocked up. The DNR kept everything stocked up and kept it clean. So all in all, I would say this is a great place to visit, and would encourage you to do so. But once you get here, go find other things to do, because there's a lot to do outside of the state park. There's a lot to do in the state park, but there's just as many, if not more, outside of the state park. So great trails, great experience. And I would encourage you to come visit McCormick Creek State Recreational Area in southwest Indiana. As we always say, the only way you're going to do that and the only way you're going to get here is to get out. So we encourage you to get up and get out.